Joey, you guys more concerned with number 4 or the weapons around him?
I'm sorry, can you ask that again?
Are you guys more concerned about Dak or more about the weapons around him?
I mean, it's a combination. We know Dak's a really talented quarterback. We got to make sure we keep him in the pocket. It's kind of the story as a D lineman every week, not letting the quarterback make plays with his feet, escaping out of those B gaps. So our rushes are going to have to be sound. We're going to have to work together. But yeah, obviously they have some weapons, but I think if you neutralize Dak, then obviously he won't be able to get the ball to those weapons. But it's definitely a talented group. You have Zeke, you have CD, you have Amari. So there's a bunch of different options, but I think it starts with us up front being able to not take these high rushes and open up those B gaps and just rush and sound as a group of 4.
Joey, what were your biggest takeaways from the win over Washington?
Biggest takeaways. It was great. I was proud of the offense, the way they held onto the ball and finished the game like that. I don't really remember being a part of something like that for a few years now. So yeah, just to see them with however much time on the clock and be able to just pick apart that defense and move down the field and run out the clock was really impressive. Just have to clean up some things here and there with some penalties on both sides of the ball, and I think it wouldn't be as close of a game as it was. But obviously, seems like every game around here is super close, and to be able to come out with the first win in one of those tight games, I think it meant a lot for us.
That second roughing the passer penalty, like what are you supposed to do in that situation?
I'm not sure. I'm just, I don't really have an answer for that. I'm sure I'll be contacted at some point, and I'd like to discuss that with the refs. I've been called for a similar thing like that a couple times, and I honestly don't know what to do. I'm just playing hard and trying to make a play, and I thought personally that I did a really good job staying off of him and bringing him down very gently. But it's not up to me, obviously. So I've got to make the changes, but I'm gonna just keep playing my game, and so I don't think I did anything malicious.
Is that something you can talk to the refs pregame about, Joey, to kind of get a gauge on how they call the game?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows with those guys? It's ridiculous. But
This is going to be the first time that you play Ezekiel Elliott in professional, like you guys as pros. What does that mean like for you to be able to go up against Zeke this weekend?
Yeah, it'll be awesome. Last time we played against each other was in practice, and we didn't take it easy on each other then. So I'm sure we won't this weekend. It'll just be good to see him. I saw him a bit this offseason. It was good to reconnect, and he's obviously done an amazing job. He's part of that Dallas franchise. He's really the face of it, along with a few other of his teammates. So I'm really proud of him, and we've come a long way from freaking the dorm rooms back in 2013. So it'll be cool to be out there with him.
So Zeke told Dallas media asked him who was messier between you and Joey. Who do you think
I'm sure he said me, but we were both pretty terrible.
That's what he said, that both of you guys were very messy.
No, we were both terrible. There was not a winner on that. I mean, I remember like stepping over boxes like this to get to my couch and being like, whatever, I'll figure that out later. Luckily, that's changed over the years, so no more pizza boxes and everything laying around.
What's it like to room together?
It was fun. I mean, it was wild. We had a fun college experience for sure. Those stories are not meant for the podium, though. Yeah.
So when you look back at that team, you projected how those guys, including him and you, would do in the NFL, or has that kind of gone to your expectations?
I think it's hard to expect what's happened. I mean, I think he was the highest paid in his position I don't know if he still is, but and then I got my contract. Obviously, it's what we dream about. Thinking ahead, maybe I can do this if I keep working hard. I mean, step one was just to make it to the NFL. For all this to happen is unbelievable. It is a dream come true. I don't think any of both of us, we both sat down and go, I want to be the highest paid dude. Like, no, that didn't, I don't think that conversation happened, but I think the way we kind of carried ourselves and worked at Ohio State kind of brought us to where we are. But yeah, it's pretty wild.
Competition every day, how much do you think against players like that?
Yeah.
How much do you think that prepared all of you for this league?
Yeah, I think I was talking about that yesterday, the difference between me and my brother kind of coming up and my dad and the competition that he went against versus the competition that we were able to go against. And I mean, it breeds excellence, kind of a corny line, but being able to go against a Taylor Decker, Pat Elfline, all those guys on the offensive line that are now starting for an NFL team, it's definitely. And then I have a coach like Larry Johnson and all the other guys there that were technicians and really knew what they were talking about when it came to technique and how to play the position. So I think it was an advantage for sure.
Joey, it looked like you got a decent amount of one-on-ones against Washington.
Mm-hmm.
How encouraging was it to see that sort of materialize? That Brandon's talked all off season about trying to get you those one-on-one matchups,
Yeah.
fronts and looks and stuff.
Yeah, they didn't chip a lot, which I'll take that. But yeah, this game, I mean, it felt very similar to a game I've always played, kind of lining up, getting my hand down and rushing the passer. I think I didn't drop one time. I had coverage once, but it was a run. So it was, it was another game out there. I'll take all the one-on-ones I can get if you don't want to chip me. They caught me once with a good one, but yeah, I think I took advantage of most of my opportunities there.
Joey, what makes Tyron Johnson one of the best left tackles in the NFL?
Smith? Smith, no. I mean, he's a freak. He's 6'5". His arms are 35, 36 inches or whatever they are. He's a vet. I think he's in his 11th year. He's a smart player. I mean, he's just a freak athlete that's a technician at left tackle. You see him get beat, and then he comes back with his inside arm and is able to recover. He gets out of some crazy positions. So it's a guy that if you're hesitant and you don't bring a plan and a good get off every time, you're going to just get locked down, because once he gets those clamps on you, it's kind of game over. But we're going to watch as much film as we can on him. Obviously, the backup right tackle is going to be in, so have to attack that side as well. But yeah, Tyron's a great player.
What makes your pass defense so effective week one, and how can that be carried over against Dallas?
What made us effective? I think it was a combination of things. I think Coach did a good job with calling plays. I think we only scratched the surface when it comes to that with all the different blitzes and stuff that we can run. But I think we just executed well. Like I said, there were a few penalties and a few things that happened. You cut those out, it's a different game. So I think just continuing to prepare like we have been, and it'll work out.
When you focus on Dak Prescott, we know from last week he's very healthy. His ankle and shoulder looks great, so he's very mobile. Can you have one player just spy on him, or is there the offense too explosive for that?
I don't think having a spy is a great move. You kind of remove that player from helping in a coverage or anything. But as I was saying, I think a rush plan with 4 or 5 guys, how many are going, to be able to work together, cover each other. We're not both getting high in the down. We're running games off of each other. There's communication, so the guy knows what's coming. You're not just taking an inside move, running into each other. You void the outside lane, or you go rush too high and then open up the B gap. So I think it really comes down to rushing as a group, as a 4-man or 5-man group, and doing a good job of keeping them in the pocket.
You're dropping back, say 58 times in a game and passing heavy. Do you encourage that, more chance for a sack, or does that kind of hurt your cardio at the same time?
Yeah, I'll take it. We get to rush the passer, especially if they're dropping back. Obviously, if you're throwing it that many times, there's going to be a lot of quick passes here and there. But after last week, I think they're going to I mean, I don't know. I'm not an offensive mind, but I'm sure they're going to get Zeke into the game and run him a bit more, which we're going to have to be prepared for. But I mean, if they pass it, they're going to have to block 50 times. So it'll be a good battle.
Didn't face each other in 2017, but just going against him in practice and stuff, where does Zeke rank among physical running backs that you faced?
Yeah, I don't remember if I went against him much in 2017. I can't remember, but yeah, we've had some serious collisions when he's coming in there, either chipping or filling the gap. So yeah, he's very physical. It's been a long time since practice at Ohio State, but I definitely remember some serious collisions.
How physical were those practices?
They were tough. Yeah, 2 days were fun.
Joey, we talk about what you've seen out of Kaiser Wright in his development through training camp on to game one.
Yeah, I think he's had a great camp. He's always flying around. It seems like he's in every play at the linebacker position. He's just playing faster. I think he enjoys this system that he's in. Like I said, he's just flying around, making great plays. It's good to see it transferring onto the field on Sunday, rather.